What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I am your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Illness, across all social media platforms. If this is your first time hearing my voice or seeing my face, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform, to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors as well. So today's episode is going to be about potential. The victim, loses out on their potential while trying to hold on to the narcissistic potential, trying to get back to the beginning, that potential love that you felt like you had in the beginning of this relationship. You will lose yourself. You will lose your potential. You will lose everything you have to do dealing with narcissistic people. This is the crux of it right here, y'all. This is the reward you get for dealing with narcissists. You get to lose yourself in the process. And so many people, in the beginning, you think the reward is going to be a love that you've never experienced before. A love, it's the love bombing stage. You get bombed with love. You get bombed with gifts and, cheek clapping. You get bombed with everything. You get bombed with a little bit of everything when you're dealing with toxic people. So you have to understand that when you are dealing with narcissists, toxic people, or whomever, understand the fact that once you get to the bottom of it, once you get to the end of the relationship, you're going to be a different person. You know what I mean? You literally 100% are. That's the basis of it right there. I feel like a lot of people, when you get, like I said, most people get love bombed from narcissists. Not everybody gets love bombed because everybody's situation is gonna be different. There's arranged marriages and you blind dates and all this other this that and the jazz. But most people, when the love bombing phase ends, when that phase ends, is when you have to run up on it. Like the devaluation phase starts. That's when they started to take away the love bombing. They started to take away the affection and the caring and the things like that. And it's tough. It really is a tough situation to deal with because narcissistic people, they know what they're doing. I feel like I say this in every single episode. The narcissists know what they're doing because they do. They 100% do. And I refuse to let people sit here and just no, they don't know what they're doing. They're being will. They really don't know. Lee, you don't know what you're doing. I get it. But you, as a survivor, victim, thriver, whatever stage you're in right now, I feel like you have to understand the fact that narcissists, you're holding on to the potential of what they showed you they could do. They showed you that they could love you. They showed you they showed you that they could care about you. They showed you all this, that, and the third. They did. They showed you every single thing that they needed to show you. They love bombed you. They gave you everything you wanted and needed. They just, they did all of that stuff. But then they took it away. But you are holding on to the potential because they've done it before. You know that they have the power to do that. You know they have the ability to do that. You just need them to see it. You want them to see it so bad. You're just I just want, if they can see what I see, if they can see themselves the way that I see them, life will be so much better. They'll live better. They'll treat me better. Life will just get so much better. Oh my God, I just have to try harder. I have to try harder. I have to work harder to get them to do this. I just have to. But then guess what happens? You end up 100,000% losing who you are. You will. You will 100,000% lose who you are. You lose out on your potential because so many people, when they get out of these toxic relationships, you experience a glow up like none other. Because that freedom, that weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. That toxic ass narcissistic weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. And now you have the ability, the capabilities of possibly, there was a stutter, wasn't it? You have the possibility of living a good, healthy, strong life now. You do. You get to go to school. You get to go to school to chase your dreams. Because they told you, remember they were telling you school is stupid. You don't need to go to school, so they can financially abuse you, so you wouldn't elevate above them, right? They wouldn't let you take the job. They made you delete all your friends and family members. You couldn't have any male friends. You couldn't have any female friends. You couldn't have anything. You couldn't do anything by yourself. They stalked you. They had your location. When you did get a chance to go out, they blow you up all times of day and night. They do all of that stuff right there. For what gain? Like I said, what are you gaining? You losing out so much by trying to hold on to their potential, trying to build them up. And you miss out on so much. You lose out on so much. You lose, you gain weight, you lose too much weight. You don't look the same. You don't feel the same. Your energy is gone. Your exuberance is gone. You are missing out on your potential by holding on to the narcissist. You just are. You ever seen that meme or that picture when there's a rope tied around somebody's hand, and it's the rope, they holding on so tight that the rope is eating into their skin. Their hand is red. You can tell that there's pain there from trying to hold on. You know, they're trying to hold onto a weight going over a cliff. Then that weight is the narcissist. Like, you're holding onto that weight and it's digging further and further into your skin, right? Digging you further and further into your skin. But you don't realize that weight, that narcissist is hanging over the cliff and you're holding onto them. Guess what's happening at the same time? The cliff that you're standing on is giving ground. It is. The cliff that you're standing on is about to collapse. Because if you don't let this go, you're going to collapse with that narcissistic person. Or you're going to lose so much of yourself that you won't recognize yourself ever again. You just won't. So as I said, sometimes holding on is harder than letting go. It is, because now you're losing so much from holding on. You hold on to this relationship, you're losing your mom. Your mom don't want to be around you no more because all you do is complain about your relationship. You're losing your dad. You're losing your best friends. You're losing your coworkers. Nobody wants to talk to you anymore because your energy is so negative. But guess what? Guess what you got at home? A lying, cheat, manipulative person. And all of those things don't have to be true. They don't have to be cheating. They don't have to be lying. They can be doing either or. You know what you're dealing with. You know better than I do. You know better than anybody else knows. But guess what? You are in control of the situation. I feel like people give up so much power to narcissistic people to try to make themselves happy. You dull your own light, while you simultaneously try to lift them up and brighten their light, brighten their future, and hold on to them, helping them chase their dreams and achieve their goals, while you're simultaneously dragging yourself down, dulling your own shine, holding yourself back from achieving your dream. I know if I go get my master's degree, that they're gonna flip shit because they got a GED. They're going to be mad as hell I got a master's degree. I'm better than myself. They're going to be mad because, like, you think you're so smart now, huh? That's what y'all want? That's what you want to deal with right there. That's it, right? No. And I know you know that makes sense. It makes sense logically, doesn't it? When I tell you stuff like that, it makes sense logically. When I say it, logic kicks in. You're like, yeah, that doesn't make sense, right? Lee, you're right. I never thought I'd be saying this to a narcissist, but Lee, you're right. But what about illogically? What about emotionally? When you think with your heart, you're going to get your ass hurt. I promise you. Your heart can only feel. It can't do anything else. You trust in your heart over your brain, you will lose 100 out of 100 times. You will. I chose my heart and I got hurt. Of course, because if you think with your heart, but think about it. This is my example of how I give right here. Your brain, your intuition is there to kick in to protect you, right? Because guess what? Your brain is in your head. What does your head possess? Your head has your ears so you can hear. Your head has your eyes so you can see. Your head has your nose so you can smell. Your head has your mouth so you can taste. What does your heart have? Nothing. Your heart is in your chest. It has access to nothing. It has access to nothing. It can only feel. It can only feel. This feels right. But your brain is like, this isn't right. You know? This ain't right, but you be like, my heart is there. So guess what? Go back to that analogy from the beginning where if you're holding on to that rope, your brain is telling you to let go of that rope. Your heart is just like, hold on tighter. We're strong enough to pull it up. And then you both end up getting pulled over the cliff because you trusted your heart. When your heart and your brain are not in alignment, you will lose every single time. You just won't. You have to have heart-mind alignment to be able to survive a narcissistic relationship, to be able to get out of it, to be able to gray rock somebody. You have to have heart-mind alignment. That's what I don't know who said this line, but it's a great line. Observe, don't absorb. Observe, don't absorb. Observe means you look, feel, see, touch. You're using your senses. Absorbing means you're feeling. Take your heart out of it. Observe. You will see who they really are once you observe and remove, keep the emotions away from the situation. Once you remove the emotional component, the emotional connection from that person, oh my God, you see so much clearly. You will understand what you've been through. You understand what you put up with for so long, won't you? You understand that right now. You get it now, right? You get it. You understand it right now, correct? Because that's the way life goes. So I just feel like right now, where you stand right now in this instance, you have to make a choice. You either choose to stay in this toxic relationship where you have nothing. There may be small gains because it's not always going to be all bad. I understand it. It's not all bad. Of course, it's not all bad. If it was all bad, it'd be easy to leave. There's good times too, but those good times are going to make up for the terrible times, the trauma that they put you through. Is that going to make up for that? Typically, the answer to that question is going to be no. So I feel like you are in the position where you have to be the one to understand that you have to take your power back. You have to take your control back. Anyways, y'all have to hop off this thing. I got a Zoom meeting right here in the next, 30 seconds. So let me close this thing up. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. Look, April 6th, 7 p.m. we have a live webinar coming up. How to recognize and overcome narcissistic abuse. The link will be in the bio, in the description of every single video in the podcast as well. Thank you, my podcast members. Peace. Thank you.